Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm Natasha Srdoc, co-founder of the International Leaders Summit and Jerusalem Leaders Summit. Over the past century, American leadership has had a profound impact in Israel and the Middle East. America was the first nation to officially recognize the Jewish state independence nearly 75 years ago. America partnered with Israel to protect its sovereignty through military aid and supported peace initiatives with the neighbors in the region. American leadership was instrumental in supporting the Camp David Accords signed by Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin in 1975, which was a precursor, as Herzi mentioned, to Abraham Accords. And most recently, in 2020, the Abraham Accords were signed between Israel, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, in Washington, D.C. during the Trump administration. Morocco and Sudan joined the Abraham Accords soon after, and all the signatories committed to pursue a vision of peace, security, and prosperity in the Middle East and around the world. Signing of the Abraham Accords was a historic accomplishment in bringing peoples together that have been cut off from opportunities to trade and invest between themselves and from visiting each other. Through Abraham Accords, these countries also aligned against Iran, a regime driven by its dangerous aim to develop nuclear weapons and terrorize its neighbors. Finally, Abraham Accords signatories recognized that the peace and prosperity in the Middle East is possible, despite Palestinian leadership opposition. And as the U.S. Ambassador David Friedman said in his excellent book, Sledgehammer, How Breaking with the Past Brought Peace in the Middle East, and he said, and I quote, "And finally, peace with the Palestinians is possible. If we learn one thing about the Abraham Accords, it is that the historic conflict between Jews and Muslims is neither religious, nor racial, nor inevitable. Indeed, many do not even remember why the conflict ever existed. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict can be resolved with bold new Palestinian leadership who place the interest of their people above their own Swiss bank accounts." End of quote. The momentum that was built through the Abraham Accords by the Trump administration came to a sudden halt with the Biden administration. Why would anyone derail a trajectory of the Middle East to peace, security, and prosperity? And the most obvious answer to this could be, as Ronald Reagan said, "There is no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit." We have an opportunity to continue with the expansion of the Abraham Accords, which came to a halt. The incoming Speaker of the House and members of the Republican Party must assert principled leadership. The U.S. Constitution provides clear guidance to exert the legislative branch responsibility in the arena of commerce with foreign nations. The U.S. Constitution's Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3 gives Congress the power to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states. Supporting the principal policy of expanding the Abraham Accords by engaging nations such as Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, and other Arab nations would usher in a new era of peace, prosperity, and stability for the region and beyond. Thank you.